Flash Loan, a building block of the decentralized finance market with more than $700 million monthly. Flash Loan empowers traders to get profit out of many opportunities in the cryptocurrency market, like arbitrage, collateral swapping, portfolio rebalancing, and liquidations. Anyone, anywhere in the world can borrow instantly and easily any amount with no collateral needed, but only if the amount is returned to the vault in the same block. This guarantees the safety of the funds in the vault. Equalizer is the first decentralized platform that equalizes the decentralized markets, specially designed as a marketplace for flash loans with scalable and multi-chain infrastructure. Discover more on equalizer.finance.
Hey guys, welcome back to the AMA Room. I know the setting is a bit different and I'm actually off base, but we're still here going to give you blockchain content. We're a group dedicated in giving you quality Ask Me Anything sessions about interesting people and projects in the blockchain industry. And I'm your host, CryptoPatSu. For today's episode, I have here the product lead of Equalizer Finance, Iulian Nita. Hi, Iulian.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Thanks for the invitation.
It's our pleasure. Please introduce yourself to our community.
I'm Iulian. I'm the project lead of Equalizer. I've been in this crypto space for more than 5 years. I'm coming from Bucharest, from Romania. I moved in Luxembourg to follow my passion. I, collaborate with the European Commission in developing the European blockchain service infrastructure. And this made me go deep in the blockchain technology, to understand and to see how it works in really deep details. And this happened after, play around with the crypto industry, with mining and trading different kind of tokens and coins. At one point in time, I say, okay, I need to understand what's behind all this hype, why the price is going up and down, why so many projects, why so many ideas. And this was the moment when I discovered the technology itself, what is behind each cryptocurrency. This was the moment when I said myself that this is the only thing I want to do for the next of my life, or the entire of my life. I gave up and I resigned all my positions. I was a university lecturer in university. I was also IT project manager for a different company. I had also my startup in Bucharest. So I said, okay, here we stop, and from now on we continue only with blockchain. So my last 5 years were only focusing on developing blockchain projects, understanding the technology, implementing the business scenarios and business analysts, and developing all these, for me, it's wonderful projects that are somehow touching the technology.
Welcome to the solid crypto world. Never looking back.
Never looking back, exactly.
The past 5 years, I'm sure you've developed a lot of projects. What were the first few projects that you were working on?
The first one was more like a workshop, like a training, because discovering the technology and all these nice projects that were in crypto, I felt, the urge to share the knowledge and to try to onboard new people. I built communities. I organized a lot of meetups, teaching people how to use a wallet, how to transfer tokens, how to develop a smart contract, how to create even a token or a new project. So this was my starting. And after that, I was involved in my first big project with a governmental institution, with the European Commission, developing the European Transparency Gateway, which is a pan-European project interconnecting all the member states in Europe for sharing financial data for all the listed companies in Europe. And was a proof of concept, very well received by the European Commission and by all the member states. Was like my real first touch with a clear blockchain project that was end-to-end developed, deployed, tested, and implemented using a blockchain technology.
Seeing all these use cases in the government in application with other non-crypto projects, it's very cool. So how did you stumble into making Equalizer along the road?
It's a very interesting story because last year, reading a lot of news and publications in crypto, I found out about flash loans. And this was the moment, say, okay, I need to understand. I'm a very curious person. Each time when I identify a new topic or something, I'm going really deep in details to understand what is behind. This was the moment when I discovered flash loans. Of course, I heard about flash loan like being a very bad tool that was used to attack, to exploit different vulnerabilities. But what I found interesting was the fact that you can have a loan like it's not ever possible in a centralized finance. To have a loan without using a collateral.
Right.
And to have it only for a few seconds. Say, okay, what can you do with a loan for a few seconds? And how easy you can get it without having a collateral, without having any kind of requirements. You just open a request in a smart contract. I want a flash loan for how much I need. 1 million, 5 million, doesn't matter the amount. And I use it for a few seconds. See, what for? What can you do with a loan for a few seconds? And this was the moment when I going deeper in research. In fact, all these flash loans, excepting the negative part that are used in exploiting different kind of vulnerabilities, but they have real application in decentralized finance, like arbitrage, like collateral swapping, like liquidations, like portfolio rebalancing. And looking deep in decentralized finance, where we know for sure there is no middleman, there is no central authority that balances or equalize the prices between different decentralized exchange protocols. I understood, and this was the click, say, okay, flash loan can be used to equalize the prices between different decentralized exchanges using any kind of arbitrage strategies. It's easy to make an arbitrage when you have liquidity in your wallet because you rely on it, but it's difficult to do an arbitrage when you don't have liquidity. And here is coming in place the flash loan. These milliseconds, these seconds, when you just execute an arbitrage trade with a flash loan and you pay it back. You don't need this liquidity for more than a few seconds. It's enough to profit. Yeah, and this was the moment when I said, okay, it's clear a market here. It's a lot of potential. We look in all the news and all the statistics, it's exponentially increasing. So for sure, this is becoming a niche that will be very profitable and that will be very attractive for all traders, for all people that are doing arbitrage. And this was the moment I said, okay, we need to build a foundation. We put a building block in decentralized finance where everybody that really needs a specialized flash loan service, they will know that this can come from Equalizer.
How are you going to earn, though, your platform? How is it going to stream in revenues?
The business model, it's very simple. We call the platform like being a marketplace. Why? Because on one side, there will be liquidity providers providing liquidities in different assets. On the other side will be consumers, traders, arbitrageurs that will consume the flash loan service and will pay it back with a fee. So each flash loan has I don't call it interest rate because it's obvious, it's only for a few seconds. It's called a fee, meaning that each time when you request, let's say 1 million USDC, you pay it back 1 million plus a very small fee. So this is the way the platform generates revenue, and this revenue goes in big percent, 90%, it goes to liquidity providers. This is the way the liquidity providers will generate profit on one side. And what is important to mention here that this model doesn't have impermanent loss because the entire fees, all the fees are paid exactly in the same asset. It's like a single asset staking. So you stake, you lock in a vault, whatever asset, and what you receive in exchange are collected fees in the same asset. Okay. So no impermanent loss here.
How would you say you're different or you're unique compared to other flash loan platforms in the space? I know of a few, but how would you say you'd be unique?
I will start with what makes us different, like from a business point of view, as a business model. We are the first and so far the only one platform that is specialized for flash loan. When you build a product from scratch, like being designed to a specific service, it's clear that you can optimize it and you can adapt it to fit and to get all the advantages out of this service. You said very well, there are many platforms. There are few platforms in the market that are offering flash loan, but they don't do it as a core business. Yeah. They don't do it as a core service. For example, discussing from my point of view, Aave is the biggest competitor. Aave is having a business model for long-term borrowing and lending. right? The flash loan is like a side effect of having some liquidity in Vault. But for example, the fees that are asked by AVE are dictated by their business model, by the long-term borrowing and lending, not by the needs of offering flash loans. When we compare with Equalizer, our business model allows us to dynamically change these fees, right? So if we see that the Vault is not being used because the fees are too high, we have the freedom individually per each Vault to decrease the fee, right? To attract usage. When we see that the Vault is highly used and generates a lot of requests, we can think to increase the fee and to generate more profit for the liquidity providers. So we have this freedom to adapt and to fine-tune all the parameters of the platform to get the most benefit out of this specialized service. If we think also to other competitors, what makes us different is the possibility to add as many tokens as we want on as many chains as we want, because we design it from start like being a multi-chain architecture, meaning that we can deploy it in like weeks, in days to any different chain, which makes sense. You see that the DeFi market now it's going in many directions. Layer 2 on Ethereum, new chains that are, more stronger, powerful, faster, right? So we don't know on which of them the DeFi market will start to move, will evolve faster. We have this flexibility and freedom to deploy the platform very fast in any chain that makes sense, and of course to add any token that makes sense for trading and for generating profit.
To put it simply, you're a platform specializing in flash loans, which makes you really efficient at that. So yeah, pretty cool.
Exactly.
So right now on your roadmap, how on time are you guys, technically speaking?
I think we are really on time. We don't have any delay. Everything we planned since beginning, it's well structured, well done, well implemented, tested, audited, it's in place. We are ready to release the platform. We are just finalizing the last configurations, let's say beautifying the last small details, and we are ready to open the access to the platform because the platform is already deployed on mainnet. We just keep the access limited to be sure that everything is perfect on the day on the launch in the platform.
Your favorite movie?
It's Interstellar.
Wow, yeah, cool. That's a really solid one.
I saw it 5 times so far. So I still enjoy it.
That's your favorite movie. Very certain about that. Coffee or tea?
Tea. I don't drink coffee. I love tea.
Cats or dogs?
Oh, difficult question. If you ask me to choose, I will go with cats.
Garfield? Just kidding.
Garfield, yeah.
What's your favorite Romanian dish?
Oh my God. I don't know how to pronounce it in English. It's sarmale. It's meat wrapped in cabbage.
I know that. You steamed that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen how it's made. Okay. What was the last food you ate?
There was the ton, fish, tartar de ton.
Okay, if you could have a holiday anywhere today, where would you want to go? A long holiday.
A long holiday. I would like to be somewhere in Greece, on an island.
Nice.
But for at least 1 month. I mean, like at least. That's why I'm asking for a long.
Okay, what was the first token or coin you ever had? A crypto token?
It's Bitcoin, obvious.
Just checking. Okay.
This is how it started, everything.
Yes, it's always Bitcoin. Okay. What superpower would you like to have?
To read the mind of the people.
I don't think
Scary, right?
I don't think I want to talk to you if I would know that.
You wouldn't know it.
Who is your favorite person in Equalizer in your team?
My favorite person in Equalizer. All of them are my favorite.
No,
colleagues, my favorite. I have to pick one. Right? It's a difficult choice. I love all of them. It's difficult. It's difficult.
Okay. That's how much we love the team. So yeah, hello Equalizer team. If you're watching this, Iulian loves all of you.
100%.
All right. Last question. Who do you want to meet in the blockchain industry?
It's one guy I like very much. It's called Ryan, and it's from Bankless Nation. They're doing great job. Yes. I mean, I would really love to meet anybody from Bankless Nation. They are amazing what they do.
So you mentioned earlier that you guys are ready to launch mainnet. So far in the testing stage, what have you guys discovered about the product, and what should we be looking out for when mainnet is live?
Well, we had two findings in the testing period. If I have to discuss about one of the, let's say, the biggest one we discovered, not really a problem of equalizer, but it's more a problem of the limitations that are due to the smart contract programming language, the solidity, and it's about the precision. Not having floating numbers in solidity. Each time when you make a calculation, it's clear that the precision cannot be 100%. So at one point in time, you can choose to be at the second decimal, at the third decimal, at the sixth decimal, at the 12th decimal, doesn't matter. You can pick a number, but the precision won't be 100%. So this is something that we discovered, and you will see on our platform that users are informed that due to this limitation of smart contracts, there will be some kind of roundings, right? We talk about decimals here, so it's not really, let's say, important, but we want to be fair and we want to be transparent to say, okay, don't worry if you win or you lose the sixth decimal because we did the mistake. Is because there are some limitations in the programming language of the smart contracts.
That's nice to know how transparent you guys are when it comes to the products and the product development. How important is it to get feedback from the community, and how much do you take from the community in the product application and in your execution?
I think we are really lucky to have such wonderful community. We are engaging with our community daily. We have dedicated community managers that are piping all the requirements and are packing them in, let's say, a bundle of requirements and feedback from community. We are taking all of them in consideration. We engage in discussions with our community. We see that there are really brilliant people in the community giving very good advice and very good ideas. We implement some of them. We go deeper in discussion to analyze them. We are really lucky to have such engaged community.
What should we be watching out for once mainnet is live? What big things are happening in the next 30 days for Equalizer?
The fact that the platform will be in mainnet, it doesn't guarantee suddenly that will generate usage, right? So we have the platform ready, it's deployed, the access will be open, it will be a period to generate usage. And for that, we have a plan. The first week after launching the platform, we have campaigns to engage with liquidity providers. So we need, let's say, the first part of the marketplace, people that have their assets in their wallet will have the option now to lock their assets in a vault from Equalizer. So this is like an ongoing process that will take a while to fill up all the vaults that are available. In the same time, we are open to create and to add new vaults. We will start with 10 vaults for 10 different assets, but based on the feedback from community and from liquidity providers, we can add as many vaults as we want. Of course, that makes sense for trading. So this will be the first part. The second part, which will come soon after we see all the vaults that are filling up, will be to engage with traders and arbitrageurs to start consuming the flash loan service and, of course, to generate profit and revenue, right? So this is like a two steps approach after we launch the platform to start generating usage on the platform and, of course, to generate fees and profit and increase and expand all the tokens that are listed with new tokens, maybe with new chains and so on.
And speaking of tokens, how does your token EQZ plays a part in the whole platform?
EQZ, it's a governance token. The role that is played by the EQZ token is to have a chance to vote for different governance decisions that will impact the profitability and the business model of the platform. For example, token holders can vote for increasing or decreasing the fees. And here it's like a very soft limit, because if you increase the fees too much to generate profit for the platform, you might decrease the usage because traders will not like to pay a big fee. If you decrease the fees to attract traders, you will upset the liquidity providers because they will generate too much profit.
Right.
So here is a very soft line. We need some statistics, so we'll activate it soon after we have some statistics from the early usage of the platform to see on what kind of ranges we can variate this kind of fees. I mean, it's from 0 up, how much, to be sure that we don't destroy the platform or we don't even block the platform because the fees are too much. Right. So we have also to think to some limitations, to a range where we can variate this kind of fees.
What made you decide to just use your token as a governance token and not a utility token for your platform?
Looking to the design of the platform, there are many decisions that can be taken and should be taken by the community, by the holders of the token, right? So being a platform that aims to be decentralized and distributed platform, we really want to avoid having the entire power concentrated in the hand of, I don't know, a small group of people. Meaning that when you open, let's say, the chance to decide on the platform, how should this platform evolve and how the fees and the profitability should be used, it makes sense that who holds, let's say, the big chunk of the tokens to decide on the way that the platform can move, right? It's like you have shares in a company, right?
Right.
When you have the biggest part of the shares, of course, it's in your interest because you own that shares to decide which you believe is a good strategy for the company or for the platform to evolve.
Okay. Is Equalizer going to be a DAO?
Exactly. So this is where we aim to go. Of course, it will take time. We know that governance is difficult even when it's centralized. But when you move in a decentralized governance and decentralized autonomous organization, it will take time. It will not happen since the first day. We decided to implement it in iterations, right? So we make baby steps, we learn, and we do one more step, because it can become very dangerous. I mean, if you don't implement the right decentralized governance model, you can kill the platform.
Yes. So you have to really make sure that you hand it over to a community who's going to take care of the product itself. So
exactly.
So how big is the team at the moment?
We are already 15 people in the team. We started a small group of 5 in the team, and we extended the team soon after we got funds to develop the platform after our investment rounds. And now we are 15 people fully dedicated to work and to develop the product, to be sure that everything is perfect, to be sure that documentation is in place, examples are in place, to offer support and answering any kind of questions from different partners and platforms that want to integrate with our platform, because one of our target is not only business to customer approach, it's also business to business approach. So we are looking in the crypto market to integrate Equalizer platform with other services and with other platforms, and together to generate an ecosystem that improves all the services that are exposed directly to the final customer.
We'll be looking out for that, your future partners that are going to make the whole Equalizer ecosystem much richer. So we're pretty excited with, what's going to happen down the line. Any event that you want to talk about that's happening in your community right now?
The biggest event that is happening right now is still the testing, which is work in process and will be ongoing, because we continue develop and improve the platform. Any new feature will firstly be tested in the testnet. Right now, for the moment, let's say the biggest event we have in our community is the testing, and soon, meaning the beginning of next week, we will celebrate the launching or the opening the access on the mainnet. So this will become the biggest event in our community, the main one.
The main one. All right. That's really cool. And we'll be watching out for that, definitely. Any message that you want to give to your community?
Just have faith. We are fully dedicated and we will drive this product and this platform together. We will create the biggest event in decentralized finance, building a very strong and a reliable platform that can integrate with many other services and that will become a needed and a really used tool to equalize the prices in the decentralized finance market.
Thank you so much, Iulian, for being here, for giving us a lot of information and new updates about Equalizer. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you very much. Pleasure on mine.
So that's it for today's episode, you guys. I hope you had fun as much as I did. Thank you again, Equalizer Finance, for this interview. You can definitely give them a follow or join their Telegram groups for further discussions. And don't forget, we still have chat AMAs in our own Telegram groups. I'm inviting you all to join, as we still hold chat AMAs almost every day, and this is where you get to learn all about crypto, new projects, and win some prizes. So see you in our next episode. Bye!